Hello everybody, welcome back to another week of the OHKO Draft League, and last week we got a great victory against the Green Bay Graphite in that Mega Tyranitar, but this week might be our toughest match of the entire season. This week we're facing the Sherwood Shiftries, who have the scariest Mega in the entire format, and Mega Charizard Y. And that's not to mention the secondary Mega on this team, Mega Aerodactyl. This team is such a threat, especially to me specifically, because everything just kind of KOs me. There's got a Venusaur with Chlorophyll that can put everything to sleep and also hits super hard with Sludge Bomb and Leaf Storm. There's Scovillain, there's Kangaskhan, there's a ton of things that just put me in absolute misery on this team. So anyway, let's go into the prep work to see how I might be able to stop this behemoth of a team. Getting us started this week is Whirlpool or Rotom. Whirlpool is running Thunderbolt, Hydro Pump, Electro Web, and Shadow Ball, and holding the Choice Scarf item this week. Nothing really to say about the stats. 32 in speed and special attack. This is to hit as hard as possible and also be as fast as possible. I'm running this Rotom to hopefully be able to outspeed both Aerodactyl and Charizard and threaten the one-shot into Aerodactyl, as well as do a bunch of damage with Thunderbolt and Hydro Pump to both of those Mons, as well as hopefully be able to do a little bit more. Electro Web is there for speed control, so that hopefully I can use Electro Web to slow down the Kangaskhan, the Aerodactyl, the Charizard, and hopefully just make it so that those super fast threats aren't as threatening to my team. Shadow Ball is there for just coverage, to mainly the Annihilate, and then ability doesn't really change, so same with Levitate as usual. Next up is the first appearance of this Pokemon all season. It's Eelbert the Eelektross. Eelbert's got EVs in both attack, defense, and HP, and is mainly going to be here to be our kind of Trick Room attacker, assuming that we can get Trick Room actually up. Supercell Slam, Fire Punch, Protect Coil is the moveset. Obviously the item is the Electrosite. Ability doesn't change, it's Levitate, and then changes into Elevate when it Mega Evolves, making it have the Beast Boost effect, if you guys have remembered from the Ultra Beast back in Sun and Moon. So whenever it gets a KO, its highest stat, in this case it's going to be the attack, is boosted. So Supercell Slam, the strongest physical electric move that it knows. It's 95% accurate, but that's where Coil comes into play, where it ups my accuracy, defense, and attack all at once to make Supercell Slam hit just that much harder, as well as up my defense and then make it never miss. Fire Punch is there for coverage, mainly there for the Venusaur. It is able to one-shot a Venusaur in the sun if it doesn't have any bulk, which I could see it running maybe some bulk, but also if the Venusaur does end up coming, I feel like it could have some bulk, could not. Fire Punch is going to do a ton of damage regardless. Protect is there, obviously, just to make it so I can protect. And yeah, moving on to the next Mon. We've got Wonder the Peckish making her third appearance. Wonder was great last week, great in week 1 as well. Running another kind of bulky set this week as well. Max HP, 32 HP, 13 SPDF, 9 special attack. That's just to give it a little bit more oomph. And then 12 speed. So that is a little bit of a weird speed stat. That is so that if I'm able to lower the Charizard speed with either Electro Web or with Simisear, who, spoiler, will have Rock Tomb, then I will outspeed. Otherwise, it will underspeed the Charizard, and I am able to set up Trick Room, and then have Psychic and Moonblast as kind of my attacking options. Wonder is going to be running it's a berry. Trying to remember because it's not listed here and I don't want to go look it up. Wonder is running the Lumberry so that it cannot be put to sleep by that Venusaur who was mentioned earlier, as well if it gets paralyzed or anything or burned, then it will immediately get rid of that so it doesn't take extra chip damage. I'm using Trace to hopefully get Chlorophyll or something useful. Not super, again, like last week, there's no real reason to use any other ability, so Trace is what I went with. Next up, we've got Big Tooth the Hippowdon. Another classic Big 2 set, except he's got a lot of attack this week compared to previous weeks. 32 HP just to make him as strong as or as bulky in the HP department as possible. 28 attack to make sure that those high horsepowers and those rock slides are hitting as hard as possible. And then 6 Spit F makes me live a little bit more from the Venusaur, as well as take a little bit less damage from Charizard. Not a ton less, but just enough so that I am able to live a couple more attacks. So Rock Slide is able to KO Charizard and do a ton of damage into the Aerodactyl. Slack Off Protect makes you super hard to KO. And then High Horsepower, the best ground type move that I can use without KOing myself. Probably could have ran Earthquake because I have Rotom and Electros, but decided to go with High Horsepower just to get that single target damage because not a ton is super weak to ground in this matchup. So I just kind of was like, okay, I'm going to do as much damage to the one Pokemon as possible. Running Sandstream as the ability and then Leftovers as the item. Sandstream is to shut down that Sun from Mega Charizard, and then the Leftovers are to make it so that I can regen as much health as possible, because yet again, this is a super scary matchup and they are going to be doing a ton of damage with everything to me. So as much HP as I can get back is as much as I need. Next up, Medium Rare makes the third appearance. Seems like Medium Rare is going to be coming to the vast majority of our matchups. It just fits so well on this team and fixes a lot of holes that we would have otherwise. This stat spread specifically is to take, I believe, a little bit. It's able to not get 2-hit KO'd by Heat Wave the majority of the time. Because Simisear isn't the most tanky Pokemon in the world, I wanted to make sure that I am able to live at least a little bit of hits. 14 attack that is able to still KO most Charizard with, or have a roll to KO most non-bulky Charizard with Rock Tomb. It's kind of sad that I have to run like Adamant and Expert Belt to guarantee a KO, and even then I don't think it's guaranteed on the non-bulky Charizard. So having 14 attack makes it just a little bit like better. Flare Blitz to do as much fire type damage as possible in the sun. Fake Out, because Fake Out is almost always necessary. Taunt to make sure that any Will-O-Wisps or any Sleep Powders, if possible, are not shot off. Then running Max Speed Investment. This is a lot of the reason why I drafted this, was so that I could outspeed those base 100s, because Simisear is that base 101 speed. Ability is Blaze, and then the item, I believe, is the Expert Belt once again this week, like last week. That is so that I can do a little bit more damage with Rock Tomb. Flare Blitz does just a little bit more. I am confirming that it is Expert Belt. So Medium Rare is running the Expert Belt yet again, just to do that little bit of extra damage. That extra damage can definitely add up over the course of a game. And last but not least, hopefully this one actually shows up. It's King Boozled, our #1 pick. King Boozled is running just a standard 32-32 set and running the Life Orb this week. I want to preface this by saying I did not have a ton of time to prep this week. I don't want to take anything away from my opponent whenever we play our game, but I did not have the most time to prep this week just because of super busy and then a lot of other things coming up. So I did not get to kind of do a lot of calcs to see what I could live, what I couldn't live. So I just went 32-32 and just said, hopefully I KO something. So pretty standard set: Sucker Punch, Kowtow, Iron Head, Protect. I'm running the Supreme Overlord ability just so that I can maybe get a potential damage boost, because there is nothing on his team that will lower any of my stats, at least not intentionally. So the Supreme Overlord gives me that ability to up my attack at least a little bit, not as much as Defiant would if there was an Intimidator, but being able to up my attack at all, especially on such a strong Pokemon like Kingambit, is always going to be nice. So anyway, that's the team. Hopefully this prep is good enough. Let's move in to the battle. Game number 1 against Charizard, Aerodactyl, Kangaskhan, Klefki, Scovillain, and Malamar. Okay, Malamar's interesting. I did not think Malamar was coming to this game. I'm trying to get my audio fixed. I hear it. There we go. Now I can hear it. Cool. Now I can get into it. So Kang is obviously Fake Out, probably the last resort. I outspeed with Simisear for sure, because it's not Mega. I'm very surprised not to see Venusaur. That actually is really nice. Venusaur I was super worried about. I think I want to go Whirlpool and medium rare to start out. I think that gives me my best options. Then I'll go Wonder and Eelbird in the back. Because I think... yeah, I think this is good. I don't see a reason to bring King Gambit right off the bat. I'm hoping I can scare out the Charizard and then bring King Gambit game 2. But leaving Whirlpool and medium rare here is, I think, my best clean option. Okay, now we're getting right into it. I also changed my look so you can see all the nest balls. Alright, Kang and Malamar lead. This leads me to believe that he wants to get a superpower off against something. This is interesting. I didn't... Could this be Scarf Kang? I'm going to just attack the Malamar. Worst case, he fakes out Rotom, and then I see that he's not Scarf, but it might be Scarf. Okay, so I'm faster if he goes for fake out. He does into Rotom. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine. So I'm going to then... because he's contrary, I guess. Yeah, I guess I could just probably KO the Kang right here. I could also KO the Malamar. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try and KO the Malamar because I don't really want to deal with that thing getting set up. Rotom isn't the most important thing in the world. It's good, but like I mainly had it to outspeed Aerodactyl if I really needed to. Okay, no protects. Thunderbolt does a chunk. Flare Blitz. Do you do enough? Yes, you do. Okay, perfect. Malamar down. Then Rotom probably goes down here. If he's the last resort set, he is. Oh, he's taking out Simisear. Okay. What do I want to do here? Because I'm faster than his entire team. Could send in Wonder, get the Trick Room up, because now I am going to be the slowest things on the field. I think that's probably my best bet. Go Villain, okay. So I do get Chlorophyll, so that means that I'll be faster in Sun. I want to send an Eelbert and then protect with Wonder. This might be a mistake. We'll see. Okay, he does Rage Powder. I assumed he was going to do that. I feel like he's going to go after a Wonder. Yep, he did. Okay, perfect. What we like to see. So now I'm gonna go Coil and Trick Room, and this could backfire immensely. But we'll be fine. Gilbert makes his first appearance. That isn't a guard. No live. Okay, that's not great. What do I want to do now? Flamethrower, that's not going to do a ton. Yeah, not even half. What do I think the plan's going to be? I think it's Electro Web time. I think, do I want to get a second? No, that's probably not worth it. It might actually, maybe I want to Fire Punch the SCO villain. But then... Oh. That's Electro Web. Ooh, this is great. This is a really good turn. I should still be slower just because I'm really slow on Eelbert. But, oh, I'm not. Oh, he lives on 1. Oh, I think I lose. Jeez. If he died there, I think I win. That really sucks. I probably shouldn't show Fire Punch, but it's fine. Curious to see how much this does. Okay, so I do over half. Last Resort shouldn't KO me at +1. Yeah. Dang, that sucks. I'll just go Fire Punch into Kang. Okay, so I KO the SCO villain. Okay, so going into game 2, Kang is a little bit of a problem. I don't think I realized that it would do as much damage as it's doing. Yeah, the attack boost, but that doesn't matter. What do I want to do next? Because he didn't even need Megazard to win there. I think I definitely need to bring King Gambit, because if he's only the last resort, then it'll be impossible for him to really do anything. Do I lead it? Probably not. Because if he does the same leads again... I wonder if I could lead... Wonder and Eelbert. And then go King Boozled and Big Tooth. Because if he definitely had Zard in the back, if he's bringing SCO villain. But also... I could do the same leads and just focus on Kang. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then I'll bring Boozle and Eelbert, and then I just won't care about Wonder, I think. Because I still think this is my best lead against basically everything. Hang an arrow. Okay, this is good. I can... What do I want to do? I guess I can just... I'm free to Electro Web. Because I can fake out Electro Web and then I outspeed next turn. Actually feel like I want to fake out the Kang so he can't use fake out. And then he can't use Last Resort. Is that how that works? Okay, Megas, I should still outspeed. Because Timid with Scarf should outspeed Mega Arrow. Oh, stupid, because... Oh, I'm so dumb. That was a big mistake. Okay. I don't have Protect, do I? Yeah, this is really bad. I guess I just do this and hope. This isn't gonna do anything. Boozled. Maybe I outspeed. Oh, I do. Perfect. Okay. I got a little bit of a speed drop. That's good. That's Resort KOs. And then I can bring in... I can bring in Eelbert, but is that what I want to do? Yeah, because he can protect. So what does he do? He might try and KO Eelbert. I have a free KO essentially on the arrow slot because he can't really touch me. Unless he has like Fire Fang, but even then that's not doing a ton. He go in Malamar. I think I just kowtow the arrow slot. Protect. Not really. I can Mega. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, this is fine. Kowtow should do quite a bit on a SCO villain. Block Last Resort. Perfect. Kowtow nearly KOs. I don't think I live a Last Resort at full. But if I do... Trying to think of what I can do just here. I think I always kowtow you. I guess I just Fire Punch. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Will-O-Wisp, okay. I could have Sucker Punched. I thought he was going to Rage Powder. Last Resort, do I die from full? I do not. Okay. Fire Punch picks up SCO villain. Attack raise, but that's not going to do anything. Kowtow does nothing. Arrows back out. I mean, I think I still Iron Head. And then I... Because I think Eelbert goes down. I'm just trying to think of who he has in the back and if there's any way to win. I think I need to keep Eel alive for this turn and then let it go down next. Rock Slide's not going to do anything. Tanky. Last Resort. That's not going to do anything. And I flinch. Okay, that's great. I need to hope for a Rock Slide miss. Not, and he goes down. That's great. Yeah, this is a really tough matchup for me. I don't know what else like I could have really realistically done, especially being stupid and faking out the wrong mon. I guess I can try and KO arrow. Miss the rock slide or something. Nope. Goodbye. Yeah, not a lot of prep time this week, and very tough matchup. So GG's to Kodo. That was a good game. I definitely could have played better, especially picking out the scrappy Kangaskhan. But I don't know. I didn't play that very well. GG's.